Good morning, Utah Golf Radio. Coming to you live today from the beautiful downtown studios of ESPN 700, where we are in the mothership, getting you inside the ropes on all things golf in Utah, in partnership with Utah's leading golf organizations, the Utah Golf Association, the Utah Section PGA, Fairways Media, the Utah Golf Foundation, the Utah Golf Course Superintendents Association, the Utah Junior Golf Association, and First Tee Utah. I am Paul Pugmire, your host and the president of First Tee Utah.
Still the president.
2 years in.
Yep.
And I'm sitting across the desk from our co-host Jan Brownstein on this beautiful U.S. Open Saturday.
I know. It's so much fun, isn't it?
It is good stuffs. Jan, how are we doing today?
We're doing good. We're doing very, very well.
Why?
Well, USA.
There's that.
Yeah.
There's that.
Our new thing when we play golf now is we do, how there's a mic drop?
Yeah.
We do a club drop.
Club drop. Okay.
And then we do something afterwards. So yesterday my club drop was all about soccer. So.
Okay.
And then we even did it was funny because we wanted to do a video and we found a Callaway soccer ball, golf ball. So we used our feet.
Yeah, I've seen those around. Yeah.
So we used our feet to kick that one in.
Very nice. Very nice.
So you'll see that on our Girls Go Golfing page.
So doing that with your feet, would that be a foot putt?
Oh, I think we can come up with a better name for it.
That's all I had in the moment.
Yeah, okay.
We are
Powered by?
Powered by. I'm thinking about you kicking the ball.
I know, it's so much fun, right?
So illegal.
I
Okay,
know.
we are powered by, as always, by T-Box at tbx.golf, where they have cracked the code on the whole golfer experience. With clubs, coaching, and community, get yourself to a T-Box. You'll have fun, make your game better. It's good stuff. tbx.golf. And this first hour of the show is presented by Salt Lake City Golf at slcgolf.com or the Salt Lake City Golf app, where you can make tee times at any of the great Salt Lake City golf courses. And Jan, there is one additional reason why we are having
Golf
why
clap?
there's a good day today.
Golf clap?
We are continuing our tour through the archives of Utah Golf Radio.
Best of?
And we want to welcome in the great James Peterson, now the program director at ESPN 700. But back in the day when he was a young kid, was producing our show, and he's sitting in behind the glass today producing us again. James Peterson, good morning, friend.
Yeah, hey, it's great to be back. It does feel like it's 2018 all over again.
It kind of does.
So it's great. It's great to be back.
James, it's been that long because I started in 2018.
Well, yeah.
Well, I
so
mean,
James,
that's when I
James
started.
produces
Wow.
James produces whenever the U.S. Open is at Shinnecock.
Yes, that's true.
Simple.
That's
So,
right.
yeah.
Yeah.
But my gosh, nice to see you. Which we get to see you because you're a big deal at ESPN 700.
I've
But-
become one, that's for sure.
Well,
You
and
worked your
do
way
you know
into
what's
it.
happened between the time that he used to produce the show and now?
The world is falling apart.
Well, there's
Okay,
that.
there's that,
But
yeah.
the best part is James became a dad to Owen.
That's right.
And so Owen is what? He's almost 3 now?
No, he's one.
He's 1. Why did I
Fine.
think he was older?
I don't know.
I don't know. It just feels like time flies when it comes to babies. So it's like-
Beautiful
It's
child.
true.
oh my goodness,
Yeah.
he is just handsome and beautiful.
I know.
He's a beautiful kid.
Yes, it is.
I can't wait to
Yeah.
see him grow up and be all bigger than you.
Yeah, that it's crazy when you see that happen. It's going to be even different if that happens with him for me. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
I want to note also that James Peterson is the innovator who invented the method by which we do our remote broadcasts.
Mhm.
It was James back in the day who figured out that we could bypass some of the traditional equipment-intensive methods of doing a remote
Oh.
broadcast, and that we could tie it through an internet connection on a Google Meet platform.
I forgot that I had suggested
I
that,
think
Paul.
of that every week we go remote, James. I am
Yep.
grateful for you every week that we do that. And we do that 25, 30 times a year.
Yeah, it is
Um,
quite a bit. You guys are
yeah.
out and about, huh?
It all stands on your shoulders, James. Our ability to do that rests on what you figured out 8 years ago.
Yeah, I'd forgotten that I had suggested that. I thought maybe someone else had, and I
No,
was just
it's you.
going off of that.
No, I remember.
I'll take credit for it. Though,
You
Paul.
should. No, I remember.
If you say so, Paul.
I remember real clearly. You called me up one day and you said, "Hey, I have an idea that I think might work," and you explained it. And I said, "Okay, I get what you're saying, but I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Can we come down and test it?" And we went into one of the studios here at Broadway Media, where there are 7 stations, and not every studio is used every minute. They kind of rotate throughout the day.
Lots that are empty
Yeah,
throughout the day. Yeah.
So we went into one of them, whichever it was, set the thing up, and tested it. It worked.
Yeah.
Who knew? But it's worked every time since.
Yep.
Seriously, I think about you every time we set that up.
That's awesome. I'm so glad to be able to contribute to that, even though I don't remember it. I'll take credit
Well,
for
I
it, though.
do.
Absolutely. I'll take
You've
the
been
victory
kind of
lap.
busy.
Oh my gosh.
By the way, you mentioned Shinnecock
Yeah.
in U.S. Open. What
Yeah.
is up with all these low scores, Paul? It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
So Dan Patrick went on, and his big thing Thursday, on the first round of
Mhm.
the U.S. Open,
Mhm.
was more people have walked on the moon that have finished a U.S. Open under par
That is
at
yes.
Shinnecock Hills.
That is true, and
Wow.
it may
By a
still
lot, by the
remain
way.
true. Okay, we are only 2 days into this. I have walked Shinnecock. I've not played it, but in 2018 I was there, and I've walked the course, and it is hard to convey in words. It's hard to show on TV how brutally difficult it is. And how demanding it is, and how big of a factor wind is on this course. There's an element of the course design that I think is brilliant and also beguiling. There are 3 different runs of holes, 3 in a row, 3 in a row, and 4 in a row, 3 different times on the golf course where the holes form a triangle. As such, they get the wind from all sides on 3 successive holes 3 times throughout the course of the round. Now, the wind doesn't change daily at Shinnecock. It can change hour by hour. And so the way these holes get wind from all sides tests every aspect of shot making. And that's one of the reasons it's so difficult. The other is the crowned greens with runoffs and closely mown area around the greens. And then a third is the absolutely brutally penal results if you miss a fairway. Now, granted, the fairways are larger than average, but if you miss one, you pay. So there's a lot of reasons that Shinnecock is so hard, but I don't think we're done. If the wind, well, let me change that. Unless the wind just flat lays down, which, yeah, it's in the world of possibilities, but not likely.
Not with the weather the way it is right now.
Well,
no.
just
In
where
general, in
where they
general.
are on Long Island.
Yeah.
And exposed on 3 sides by open water,
Yeah.
the answer is no. It's just not going to happen. And but unless through some quirk it did happen, I don't see scores staying low through the weekend. I think the USGA is going to firm up and speed up the golf course. I think the wind's going to blow. We will see. Now, I could be proven wrong. Happens a lot. My kids remind me of that. But the reality is, this is not done. And so we don't know yet, James, how many people will be under par at Shinnecock as compared to Walk on the Moon by the time this weekend is done.
It's just nuts. I think I counted 13 heading into the weekend that were still under par, which has got to be, if it's not a record for a Shinnecock U.S. Open, it's got to be approaching one.
Yeah, oh, it is. It is. But again, we will see. Now, I could be proved wrong. The wind may lay down a little bit. We all recall, in 2018, the USGA lost control of a couple of the greens because they were trying to firm it up too hard and do it too quickly, do it in too short a period of time. And so the USGA is sensitive to that. They may be out there spraying the greens between groups, and it may be soft. And when these guys have a soft target to hit at, they play darts, baby.
Mm-hmm.
But we will see. I am not convinced that people are going to run away with this and humble Shinnecock. I think Shinnecock will kick back. But anyway, fun stuff. Let's move on.
Okay, I was say, are you going to watch TV all the time, or am I going to have to turn it off?
I just talked for 4 or 5 minutes, and I wasn't glued to the TV.
Okay.
Give me some credit.
Okay, I'm trusting you right
now. Speaking of great golf courses.
Yes.
I had a magnificent day yesterday, was invited by my dear friend, Jake Hanley, who is the head golf professional at Jeremy Ranch. Jeremy Ranch, of course, is under a serious, full-scale renovation. It is closed. And Jake asked me up. He said, we've made enough progress. It's time for you to get an update. Come give it a look. And so we got in a cart, drove around. He gave me a map of all the renovations. It was really cool. And spent a couple hours looking at the course yesterday. And then afterwards, he's not available to join us on the show this morning, but afterwards he gave us, we sat down and we recorded a conversation that I want to play for you in a minute. But I want to tee it up with this. I love Jeremy Ranch.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is a brilliant design on a spectacular piece of ground. The design, of course, is by Arnold Palmer. I think it is some of Mr. Palmer's best work worldwide. I love Jeremy Ranch as I knew it. And when I heard a couple years ago now that they were going to do this major remodel, I was horrified. I was frightened.
Mm-hmm.
And I have no standing to be, so I'm not a member. I'm just some geek who loves Jeremy. But I was scared that they were going to change what I viewed as this treasure of Utah golf.
Sure.
They are not doing that. They are keeping the integrity of the course intact. They are keeping the bones intact. They are making enhancements. They are making improvements that a lot of them are technical, things like liners in the bunkers that never were there, things like putting faces on the bunkers. Many of the bunkers were too low to the ground. But the bones of this golf course, the brilliant Arnold Palmer design remains intact, and I want everybody listening who, like me, loves Jeremy and are concerned that Jeremy's going to undergo a change. No, routing remains as it is. The holes will remain.
So the Valley of Death?
The Valley of Death.
Remains?
Everything remains. Okay, we got to play this tape with Jake Hanley. Here's Jake. Jake, first of all, I want to say thank you for having me here to this magnificent golf course. It is a treasure of the Utah game, and it's really wonderful to see it today. Thank you so much.
Oh, it's my pleasure, Paul. It's great to have you up. I've been really looking forward to it.
Let's start at a high level. This is, as I say, a treasure. It's got a great legacy and a history, an Arnold Palmer design. So many of us know this course, love this course. It's played a big role in Utah golf history. Certainly great championships being played here. Please talk to me about the decision everybody involved made to respect and retain the bones of this course and to honor the legacy of the Arnold Palmer design. I think that's crucial and exactly the right decision.
Yeah, couldn't agree with you more. I mean, it's a 45-year-old golf course that's hosted senior tour events, Utah Opens, State Ams, multiple championships here, and a lot of great history and legacy. And I think to continue forward with an architect like Brandon Johnson, who worked for the Arnold Palmer Design Company for 17 years, to bring his vision and enhance Mr. Palmer's in that regard, I think he was the only person for this job. And we're excited to see where we're going.
We got to meet him today. That was a lot of fun. He's got an enthusiasm about him that I really like, and very clearly knows his stuff.
100%. Brandon, working with Brandon, I've known Brandon for 10 years. He had his first site visit with us 10 years ago up here, and we've stayed in touch over the years. His higher education background of North Carolina State University and then on to Harvard. It's impressive.
Yeah, it is. It is. Not everybody has that. As we were touring around, you used a word repeatedly, enhancement. And I really like that because it respects, again, the history of this, but makes it better. Talk to us, please, about enhancing this design.
Right, and so we're lengthening the golf course 350 yards, but we're also shortening it 200, and we're going to have 7 tees, excuse me. And so that's an enhancement right there for everyone. There's a tee for everyone to play, and and then to think about regrassing. It's 45 years old. You've had multiple different grass species growing in the greens on the fairways. So we're going to have, pure ryegrass on the tees and the fairways, all the short grass, and then pure bent grass greens. That in itself is an enhancement. But then to think about having liners in the bunkers to hold shape, to have new lips. You're not going to be putting out of bunkers greenside anymore. Things of that nature are really exciting for us.
We need to talk about the bunkers. As you just noted, many of them in the past lacked facing, and so people could putt out of them. Fairway bunkers, the ball would skip out. That's changing.
It certainly is. It certainly is. So you're going to see bunkers that actually have a lip to them, have some new face to them. And I think where he's added 2 bunkers, like on hole 7, another enhancement, you're going to be able to have those to aim off of in some descript areas like that. And to be able to have drainage consistently. I know our superintendent, Chase Davidson's very excited about that as well.
Let's talk about some of the different holes. Right off the bat, number 1, different sight lines, different carry lines. It's going to change the way it's attacked, and then you get up to the green and there's more pin positions. Right off the start, better, improved.
Yeah, I mean, number 1, great starting hole. To be able to see, and I think you hit the nail on the head, right? You're going, wow, there's a bunker on the sight line now from this tee complex. If you're going straight down the fairway, that's something that's never been there. That was always rough. It used to be so easy to hop up, hit driver, and have a little flip wedge. Well, now you're going to have to think about that tee shot. Now, you have a generous landing area, but you're not just going to hop up and hit driver anymore, and you kind of need to think about that because the fairway bunkering, it does pinch off in a few areas, and then some of the bunkering is going to be more penal for sure.
Let's talk about number 3, dogleg left, par 5. Traditionally gettable for the big hitters, but a little more length and different lines again because of changes there.
Yeah, exactly. So Brandon has that tee complex shifting 15 yards to the right, and he's added a fairway bunker in that left corner that's about 270 yards from the tee. And then he's also brought the 2 fairway bunkers on the right-hand side down into the fairway. So it's going to make some of those bombers think a little bit more. And I think overall, I really like that new sight line where he's shifted it a little to the right. And then you get up to that green, and as we were talking about during our tour, there are some really fun new pin positions up there.
Yeah, when people are 3-putting, they won't say it's fun. They're very good pin positions. Let's skip up to number 5. You told me the most fascinating thing today. I had no idea about Arnold Palmer's comments on number 5.
Yeah, so Mr. Palmer and Mr. Ed C. were here for a dinner back in 1999, and one of our members had asked him, what is your favorite hole? And I think everyone probably thought he would say number 4 or 18, and he said number 5. And the member followed up and said, well, why is that? And he said, it has a lot of character. And I think it's spot on. Yeah,
it is. You said your favorite hole is number 6.
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
Okay, first of all, I love the look of 6 up East Canyon there. Difficult hole. Tell us about 6.
Yeah, and kind of like what we were talking about earlier, each hole is unique here. There's no throwaway hole. I love all of them, but I think my favorite spot on the golf course is 6th green, because once I'm on that green, I know I'm probably in a good spot or a better spot, because that approach shot, it's a little nerve-wracking, and it requires some attention. And so you have 2 good shots there to be able to score, and it's just beautiful, right? I mean, East Canyon Creek's running through it, and it's a special hole.
Moving to number 9, one of the questions I had is, would that wonderful peninsula on the front of number 9 that is in the elbow of East Canyon Creek, would that be retained? Yes. Talk to us about number 9.
Yeah, number 9. So we're adding some length to number 9. We're going to have a new back box that's almost back to the road that has a new sight line. So it shifts down to the left and brings in the 2 fairway bunkers on the high side. And then the main fairway bunker, we've taken the railroad ties out, and that will now tie into the pond. So that's now a waste area. And we've added a new bunker that's 150 out from the front of the green. And that iconic green, we're not really doing much to it.
It is iconic. And that, boy howdy, that front center pin placement, it'll get your attention all day. So moving into the backside, when there is such brilliant use made of the creek, do a flyover for me, please, about how the creek stays, the character remains.
Yeah, you bet. And so right out of the gate, right on number 10, we start to see the East Canyon Creek. And so we're going to take that tee shot over. And now the high side of 10 is all fescue. We're moving quite a bit of cart path. So I did want to mention that on several holes. We're taking cart path out. We're bringing fescue in to enhance not only aesthetics, but also save on some water as well. So now we come down to 11T, and you've got the creek meandering along the right-hand side and lurking, right? But that's another one of my favorite spots down in there where the wetlands are and the creek is. It's just tranquil and beautiful. And then you come back to 13T, and there it is along our left-hand side. And it runs and serpentines down the length of the hole and then tracks back in front of the green there for your approach. It's a East Canyon Creek. It's definitely on your mind when you're down in the lowlands, right?
Yeah, well, I think that's so well said, and I love that stretch of this golf course. Then you're really lengthening 15. That's going to be a big boy hole, honey.
Yes, we are. There's potential to lengthen it up to 40 yards. And you and I were walking around in there, and the wind is pretty calm today, which is surprising. This has been one of the windier starts to summer that I can remember. But when that prevailing wind is into you and you bring that back, it's going to be a real true test, isn't it, for a par 4 there?
It'll be a lot of test.
Yeah.
Let's finish up with, again, an iconic location in Utah Golf, the Amphitheater 18th Green. As I was driving up here today, I'm thinking, gosh, I hope they leave that alone. It still is what it is. Talk to us about that.
That's right. It is. It was one of my first memories of golf here in Utah, coming up here in '92 for the last shootout and walking up along 18 and following some of the greats play and being able to sit in that amphitheater and watch them finish their rounds, special place in so many people's hearts, I know. And so to be able to keep that in place, and again, that whole enhance, like that's the word that I'm using again. We're going to lengthen it a little. We're going to add a new front tee. Brandon's going to put in a fairway bunker on the left-hand side that begins 185 yards out. And then he's just kind of softening that front quadrant of the green.
That's a great word, because there were some severe putts there.
There really were. And, you know, we've seen it in championships. We've seen it in regular Saturday men's game and ladies' day. You get above that hole, and it can get away from you pretty quickly.
Yeah.
So
totally can. Well, I think it is magnificent, and again, I just want to applaud, and even though I have no standing to say this, I want to say thank you to everybody involved who made the decision to retain the legacy and the bones of this course and honor Mr. Palmer in that way. So well done. How has the membership responded to this? They had to give up their golf course for a long time. How are they reacting to it now?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you this. On the front end of it, Judy List has headed up our renovation committee, a great board member here at the club. And to have the support of the membership with an 82% approval when it went to vote, and knowing that they're only going to have their driving range and 2 TrackMan simulators to utilize. But in that regard, so what we've done is we have 15 other private clubs that we reciprocate with, and all their directors of golf and head pros have been amazing. They've gone out of their way to do anything they can to help us out. They know we're in a bit of a pickle this year, and then we'll be able to do that in kind when anybody else may have renovations that are coming up.
Well, again, Jake, thank you for having me, and again, congratulations. I think you are doing this right, and I so admire that. I cannot wait to see it when it's done.
Super. Thank you so much, Paul. I really enjoyed our time together today, and to be able to share that means the world to me, and I can't wait to share it with the rest of Utah golf next year.
The course opens on June 1st, 2027. We are almost 1 year out from when they will open it again. They've got some great plans in the works that are not yet ready to be announced publicly for that opening, but stand by, more to come. The big news for today is the bones and integrity of Jeremy Ranch are being preserved. I think that matters. I think it matters for the Utah game. Good stuff.
Yep. Absolutely. And the other thing, too, is that Jake mentioned, and maybe some people don't know what this is if they're not part of a country club, but the reciprocal.
Oh, yeah.
How much of a difference that makes. Because, again, like you said, they're giving up their entire club for a year. I like to look at it like it's not giving their club up for a year. Their club's having a baby. It takes that long to cook it and make it. And once it's born, you forget all of the drama and all the things that led up to it. You'll forget all about it because you made a baby.
Yeah, there you go.
So I call it making the baby stage.
All right. Jan, we need to do a Jet X update. Come listen to a story about a pro named Jed, a poor 3-putter. He had bogeys in his head. The Jet X Jug brought to us by our good friends at First Utah Bank. Check them out, firstutahbank.com. The Jet X Jug is the backdoor fantasy game we play here at Utah Golf Radio, where we are identifying the 3 players who will barely make the FedEx Cup playoffs. You get a point for every position. They finish in the standings on the FedEx Cup.
And Paul, what do you get after 70?
Nothing, not a nil. No points. Just one. You get a point for every position up through and including number 70. Preston Unk continues in the league.
The first time we let Preston in, he just takes it away.
A lot of fun. Yeah, followed by Rhino, 7-time champ. The Fresh Golf. T-Fresh.
T-Fresh.
Yeah.
And then Jordan, we got a lot of T-Box going on in here.
Got some T-Box folks in there. That's fun. You can check it out at UtahGolfRadio.com. Entries are closed for the year, but follow this fun game with us. It's a lot of fun. And let's see, Jan, we need to do a UPod update.
Give me an update.
The UPod update brought to us by Scott Golf. Check them out at scottgolf.com. This Utah product, these Utah clubs are so good. They feel so sweet. Jan, how are the UPods doing?
All right. Well, last week they were at the RBC Canadian Open. And look at this. Jimmy Stanger, he finished T4 minus 13, 267 on rounds of 65, 67, 68, and 67. Go, Jimmy.
Go, Jimmy. Yeah. Nice. Top 10 for an honorary UPod.
And then Patrick Fishburne finished T25 minus 8, 272 on rounds of 65, 69, 73, and 65.
Making the weekend for Patrick.
We like those.
Like that a lot.
Yep. And then Tony finished T40 minus 6, 274 on rounds of 70, 65, 73, 66, and 70. This week no one's at the U.S. Open except for our buddy Zach Blair.
How's Zach doing at the big
Zach
show?
is playing the weekend. He is currently T22 + 1, 141 on rounds of 71 and 70.
There's one point I want to make about Zach at Shinnecock.
Yes.
The initial thought would be that the course is bigger than his game. I don't think that views Zach's game or this course correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Two of Zach's strengths really play into the demands of this golf course. Number one, Zach keeps the ball in play. He keeps it in front of him. This course demands that you keep the ball in play. It is unforgiving of losing control of what direction you're hitting the golf ball. Number two, everybody's going to miss screens. Everybody's going to need to be scrambling around. There are few people on the planet. Zach is elite with a wedge.
Yep, the
and
hands.
His game, his short game matches the demands of this course. I am not surprised that Zach is T22 going into the weekend.
Exactly. Well, I mean, look at what it took to get him there. I mean, he killed that one trying to get in there. Okay, so last week on the Korn Ferry Tour, they were at the AccuNet. Actually, there's not a lot going on. We're going to finish with the Americas Tour at the Inter Rapidissimo.
You just like to say that.
I did, and I even wrote it out so I could say it right this time. Connor Howe finished T58 -2, 286 on rounds of 72, 67, 72, and 70.
Solid.
Yeah,
okay.
So we don't have a lot going on this week.
Well, the U.S. Open, baby.
Well, when that happens, everything closes.
Exactly.
It's like football on Friday in Texas.
I see. Well, I think it's more than that, but whatevs. Okay. All right. We got to take a break. When we come back on the other side, we're going to talk with recent newsmaker David Lichty is transferring from Utah Tech to Brigham Young University. We're going to talk with him about all that. When we come back on the other side, you are listening to Utah Golf Radio, powered by T-Box on the Rocky Mountain Golf Network.
You're listening to Paul and Jan on Utah Golf Radio.
Yeah. We are back. Utah Golf Radio. Coming to you live today from the mothership, getting you inside the ropes on all things golf in Utah, in partnership with Utah's leading golf organizations, the Utah Golf Association, the Utah Section PGA, Fairways Media, the Utah Golf Foundation, the Utah Golf Course Superintendents Association, the Utah Junior Golf Association, and First Tee Utah. The first hour of the show is brought to us by Salt Lake City Golf at slcgolf.com. Or, Salt Lake City, just a minute. James, go to the 620 tab on the rundown. Okay, there we are. Yeah. Sorry, we are juggling ourselves here for just a little bit.
Hey, man, it's James's first day back. Cut him some slack, Paul.
Oh, I've got all kinds of slack for James. Look, James is here when we need him. I got nothing but gratitude
He's here on
for
a
James.
Saturday, and he is the program director of this mighty, mighty sports station.
I know. He's got to run the whole station
and then
in
has
the
to
week.
come in on a Saturday.
He comes in on a Saturday with us, and yeah.
He's a great human.
I am nothing but grateful for James Peterson.
But what he's doing is...
Okay, we are in the process of getting David Lichty with us on the phone. David made some news this week, Jan.
Yes.
He announced that he was moving from Utah Tech to Brigham Young University. And so that makes a big news. It has impact
right, I just asked you
on
that.
both schools. And it is one of the but it is the nature of college sports, athletics, kinds.
It's called opportunity.
Yeah, it's really good stuff. Okay, we've got David Lichty on the phone with us this morning now. Good morning, champ. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing?
So good, David. Thank you for joining us today. You threw a rock on the pond and made some ripples this week, my friend.
Yeah, it's been a crazy couple of weeks. Yeah. Was on the phone for about 8 hours a day for a couple days, just talking to coaches, and I'm very excited to be going to BYU. I can't wait for the opportunity.
Tell us a little bit, especially for some old buggers like me who, we were in college. None of this even entered our heads. When I went to school, it was
went to that school.
It was 4 years.
Yep.
It never occurred to me to go anywhere else.
Right.
It's a different world now in every sport. We all know this.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to us about your process that led to the decision, and then how the decision was made.
Yeah. So obviously, I really enjoyed my time at Utah Tech, but it was kind of like a thing of, I was thinking kind of throughout the season of what am I going to do when the season's over? And I tried very much to focus on one tournament at a time and play my tournaments, because I really loved my time at Utah Tech and I wanted to give it my all. And then kind of once the season was over, I kind of had to shift my focus to, okay, what am I going to do? Because I know this transfer portal opens. Do I want to stay at Utah Tech? Do I want to try and go somewhere else? And it was a difficult decision for me. I prayed a lot about it. I thought a lot about it. And I decided to enter the transfer portal. And when I entered the transfer portal, I hadn't even decided if I was going to leave Utah Tech or not. I was kind of a lot of what I was thinking is, let's see what my options are. And I'm just going to pick the best option from there. And then BYU immediately stuck out to me. It was kind of a place where I always wanted to go and where I saw myself potentially succeeding. And I think it's just a really great opportunity for me to grow my game. And it's a really great school as well. I love the church side of it as well. I think it's going to help me grow in all aspects of my life. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I'm just very excited for the opportunity.
All that makes sense to me. Of course, we know you, and I'm grateful for that. You are a man of faith, and I can see the religious connection. That's obvious. Mm-hmm. Also, Todd Miller knows you and has for years. We all watched you grow up in the game, and we've seen what you've done, especially at the State Ams.
Well, and then again, just what you've just recently done in college. I mean, you have 2 wins, in your first year of college. So that's enormous. I'm sure Todd definitely took notice of that.
But I am curious. You go into the portal and it's a little bit of the Wild West. What kind of reaction did you get there at the OK Corral?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was exhausting.
Okay.
We'll start there.
Okay.
I'm not the most always social with people, and 8 hours of phone calls was a lot. Let's see. Yeah, I had a list of all the schools that reached out to me, but the main ones that I was looking at was like Charlotte in North Carolina. Pepperdine reached out to me, and I was talking to them a lot. I talked a little to Arizona. I talked to the U. I thought the U was a great opportunity as well. But yeah, just there were a lot of schools all over the country. I had a couple SEC schools. But yeah.
Well, can I just say we're glad you didn't go to Pepperdine.
Exactly. We would have had to have some. We would have had to have a talk, David.
You guys not Pepperdine fans?
I respect them.
It's not that. It's just that they're good.
I don't have to like them.
Yeah, they're very good.
I respect them.
Okay.
Fair. Okay. So,
but playing position wouldn't. When you're making these decisions, it also makes it. You have to make the decision on your ability to make that traveling squad. And so with the different schools that you're going, with the different competitions and different schools you're going to, how much of that was a decision in your decision making to go to BYU as far as that's concerned, being able to play more?
Yeah, I think that was definitely a factor for me. Kind of what I wanted was I want to go to the most competitive school I can, but I still want to be able to play and compete because I think that's where I develop my game the most is by competing. So let's see, like there were a lot of programs that reached out to me, and I was like, I definitely think I could play for them. But it's just kind of it just depends. Like I'm at BYU, I'm gonna have to show up and I'm gonna have to play good.
You will.
Yes, exactly.
That's just how it is.
You will. Now I have no doubt about your ability to do so, but let's put it into context. Look at who your teammates will be. We know who's already there. Yep. Obviously, the list starts with Kihei Akina, but it includes Parker Bunn. It includes Peter Kim, and a month or so from now, Cooper Jones gets back from his mission. When you look at that group as being your teammates, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I'm super excited for that. Those are guys I've grown up playing and competing against. I'm really excited to get to know them more and be able to compete against them. I think that was a big factor for me in making my decision because, like, obviously I know those guys. I know kind of how good they are, and I was like, that'd be a great team to be around. I think I grow and develop the most as well, like when I'm surrounded by people that are pushing themselves and like are very competitive. I feel like competition and being competitive is kind of how I grow and play my best golf.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was definitely a factor for me.
This decision affects many other things in your life. You're going to be living closer to your Davis County home and your family. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I'm excited to be a little closer to home. My mom had a kidney transplant a couple months ago, so I think that was also.
Is she okay?
It was a good. Yeah, she's okay. It was a good thing. It's helping her a lot. But
Yeah.
I think being a little closer to home is also very important for me. I'll be able to spend more time with my family. But I think it's also far enough away that I can still focus on golf and put in the time I need to in my school. If that makes sense.
You're totally.
And all the tournaments that you play in too are up here as well.
Yeah. I can play in more tournaments. I can. Yeah, it's definitely easier.
The NCAA loves the term student athlete. Let's talk about the student part of it. What will you major in? What does it mean to you academically to be making this move?
Yeah, I'm very excited to be going to BYU. I know it's going to be a challenging school for me. It's a really good school and they challenge their students. So I'm very excited for the opportunity. I was studying business management at Utah Tech, and I don't really think I'm going to change that up too much. So it's probably going to be something in business. I just feel like that there's so many opportunities in business, and like whether I play golf like if I play golf, I feel like business skills will be very useful for me. And if it ends up not working, and if I end up doing something else, like there's a ton of job opportunities in business as well.
I was thinking that the management of David Lichty would be a business.
It probably will be.
We're hoping that the management of David Lichty becomes a business.
Yeah,
Probably so.
Yeah.
Your closet will change. Do you look good in blue?
I love blue.
He does look good. He's a handsome young man.
He's a
of course,
good-looking
yeah.
man. I know
he
that.
could probably
Yeah.
wear anything. But so yeah, that's great. That's going to be a lot of fun.
All right. Well, David, thank you for coming on with us and telling us about all this. Look, I think I say we, but it might just be me having a get off my lawn moment. Still getting used to the portal. I'm still trying to make room in my brain for it in all sports.
Right.
I see
Well, I mean, we talked about it a minute ago. I mean,
Yeah.
instead of thinking of it as portal and going away, it's more along the opportunity, or it's an opportunity path.
Oh, it is.
So,
Totally
I mean,
is.
So
Totally
think
is.
of it like that, instead of the negative.
No,
way.
and I don't
Yeah.
disagree with it
Yeah.
at all. I'm
But
just
it
I'm just
is-
saying my brain doesn't.
No, it doesn't
go
compute
there
yet. Well,
yet.
because you didn't have that opportunity.
But good on you, Dave. Thank you so much
Yes.
for walking us through what you did in your process. Thank you so much for telling us all about it. And holy cow, we will be watching and cheering. So go knock 'em dead.
All right, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, that is David Lichty, Cougar. David Lichty.
Now Cougar.
Now
Yeah,
there we go.
That's going to be fun.
It will be.
And it'll be really fun watching him. That internal competition, I think, is really going to be fun to watch.
We have talked about this 100 times, 1,000 times. We'll talk about it 1,000 more. There are two defining characteristics of successful college programs. Number one, there is internal competition to make the traveling squad.
Yep.
Number two, the 4 and 5 players are horses.
Yep.
All the top programs certainly have 1 and 2. Most of them have 1, 2, and 3. The programs where numbers 4 and 5 can make noise and do damage.
Yep.
Those are the successful programs, and I think David Lichty going to Brigham Young University, regardless of what number he happens to play some week.
It's going to elevate his game regardless.
And I think it will make BYU stronger as
heck
well.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. All right. We got to take a break. When we come back on the other side, little things and stuff with Mike Alleman from Into Golf. You are listening to Utah Golf Radio, powered by T-Box on the Rocky Mountain Golf Network.
I'm doing stuff. Things with things. It's stuff.
Yeah. Utah Golf Radio. Getting a little things and stuff with Mike Alleman from Uinta Golf. Michael, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
So glad to have you on. Mike, there is a quirk, a wrinkle in the golf economy that is so weird to me. Father's Day is bigger than Christmas. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
You are correct.
What up, dude?
I know why.
Jan's pointing to herself saying,
I know why. Because you can't play golf in the winter.
Well, there's lots of places you can.
But here particularly. Okay. So if you think of it in terms of that, then there's more opportunity to use the gifts that you bought in June than in December, because then you have to wait until you can even use the stuff. So you don't buy a whole bunch of stuff that you can't use right off the bat. That's my thought.
Okay.
Michael?
Mike, yeah, we want to hear from you, Mike.
Yeah, Jan, I think you're right.
Thank you.
Sure.
Can you say that one more time?
Jan, I think you're right.
Thank you.
She wanted to create the recording.
Yes, thank you. You got that, James? Woo!
Okay.
Yeah, like throughout our company, Worldwide Golf, we have 95 stores across the country in different markets, and I think Christmas might be busier, like in California stores than it is in Utah stores.
Play through winters.
California.
Yeah.
California. Whatever.
Yeah, okay.
And just timing of the year too. Like December, usually we see heavy new product releases in January, so you're getting near the end of the product cycle rather than you're in the middle of the product cycle. So yeah, and just being in Utah, June is prime golf season, so I definitely think that plays into it. But yeah, Father's Day is here. We're ready for it, and got some promos going on through a lot of vendors. So there's sales to be found throughout the store.
Okay,
what's the hot ticket item today?
Yeah.
So yeah, big one going on through the end of the month is Callaway has a 2x trade-in bonus towards the purchase of new Quantum, Apex, X-Forge, and Revit Rise golf clubs. So
okay.
So if you have a trade-in, let's just say it's worth $100, and you're buying a new Quantum driver, you're getting an extra $100 on top of your trade-in. So it's a 2x trade-in bonus.
That's a pretty good deal. That's a great deal. Can I trade in 4 clubs for the price of 1 club?
So it's a 1-for-1 thing.
Okay.
So if you're trading,
I have to ask.
So if you're buying 2 clubs and you're trading in 2 clubs,
okay, I get it.
Bonus on 2 clubs, but yeah, it's a kind of
1-for-1
thing.
Okay.
And just lots of little deals going on throughout as well. To stick with Callaway and also TaylorMade, the Chrome golf balls, so Chrome Tour, Chrome Soft, they are buy 2 dozen for $100 right now. TaylorMade TP5, TP5X are buy 2 for $100 as well. When they're at $57.99 each, you're saving about $15 on that deal. So good stuff going on there. And then Bushnell has pretty much anything in their lineup is on sale, saving anywhere from $30 to $150. For example, Pro X3, which is a $600 rangefinder, is on sale for $449, so you're saving $150 there. So good stuff on electronics, golf balls, and plenty of other things throughout the store.
Well, and plus, I think too, at this time of the year, you've run out of stuff. Because like at the beginning of the year, you haven't run out of anything
or
yet.
You've lost your
or
laser.
you've lost it, yeah. or you've lost a lot of things. I mean, I found 3 clubs yesterday, so
okay.
hey.
Do you have a a surrogate father program where somebody wants to buy Father's Day gifts.
Who doesn't have a father to buy for that you
or
can
their
get on
dad
the list?
doesn't golf or what's it? Can I be there like on a list and have somebody?
Oh my gosh! Only you would think of that. That's brilliant.
Well, I just trying to think. Okay, I actually think the thing to do, and I love all this stuff. I especially like the gadgetry stuff.
Yes, of course you do.
I think what you do is you go in and you look in your dad's bag when he doesn't know you're doing it. You get the specs on his wedges and then buy him brand new versions of exactly his wedges. You know he'll already like what you're getting him. And you're buying him fresh grooves. You're refreshing his wedges. By gosh, that's a good thing. People play their wedges too long.
Yep.
That is a great idea, Paul. And I'm going to go back to Callaway on a sale that they're having. It's on their Opus SP wedges. If you buy one wedge, you save $20 on it. And if you buy anything more than that, you're saving $30 per wedge. So great time to refresh Dad's wedges.
Now remember, don't take the wedges out of the bag until you've replaced them with the new wedges.
Just take a picture take a picture of the bottom of the head. It'll show the grind, the loft, the bounce, the brand, the model, all that stuff, and take it into Uinta and say, "Give me one of these with fresh grooves."
Or maybe you should take it and replace it. That way, there's no, not knowing what to do with the old one.
You want to wrap it and give it to him.
Well, but what I mean by that is because the hardest part for someone when they get a new club is to take the club that they're replacing out of the bag.
Oh, I have no problem with that.
Really?
Yeah.
Man with 12 putters?
I have way more than 12. Number
okay.
one.
Well,
Number
I was
two,
being nice.
Number two, I have a really big stack collection of them. I've got these bags of putters. Okay, this is unhealthy.
Okay.
We're not going there.
Okay, we're not going there.
Anyway,
so but that's the whole point. Is like, because that's the thing is like you don't take. It's hard because when you get a new club that's replacing another club, you really hold on to that one for a little bit longer than you should probably. Well, maybe not you, but a lot of other people do.
I think the point here, Mike, if I'm right, is get your body down to Uinta.
Yes.
Today, because Father's Day is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Am I right about that, Mike?
Yeah, this usually is our busiest day of the year.
Yes,
we're
definitely.
We're ready for it.
Okay. Oh, really?
They're ready.
Okay. All right.
5 stores.
Party at Uinta.
Party at Uinta per Mike Allman.
Mike says, come on down. They got stores in Riverdale, Sugar House, Sandy, Orem, and St. George. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you joining us.
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. That's Mike. That's Father's Day, dude.
I know.
Go do it.
Here's the thing: if you haven't already bought your Father's Day gift, shame on you.
Oh, come on, let's give him.
But the other thing you could do is you could have a daddy-daughter. You could have a daddy-daughter afternoon. Take your dad down there.
Just go to Uinta.
Watch him putt around. Make him feel good.
Get some new wedges.
Get a
laser. Stuff like that.
Just get him something.
Yeah. Okay.
Not a tie.
All right. We will hunt you down.
They don't even sell ties at Uinta.
Yeah. Why would you have one?
I know.
We need to take a break.
Let's do it.
When we come back on the other side, we will go deep on the latest UGA championship. The Junior State Am, both boys and girls, was conducted this past week. Kate Walker, Will Peterson are the newly minted champs. We're going to tell you all about it when we come back on the other side and hear from the champs. You are listening to Utah Golf Radio, powered by T-Box on the Rocky Mountain Golf Network.
You're listening to Paul and Jan on Utah Golf Radio.
We missed your singing.
We good? Yeah, it's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. That means Utah Golf Radio. Coming to you live today from the beautiful downtown studios of ESPN 700. We are in the mothership, getting you inside the ropes on all things golf in Utah, in partnership with Utah's leading golf organizations, the Utah Golf Association, the Utah Section PGA, Fairways Media, the Utah Golf Foundation, the Utah Golf Course Superintendents Association, the Utah Junior Golf Association, and First Tee Utah. We are powered, as always, by T-Box. Check them out at tbx.golf. This fun place to hang, this productive place to work on your game, has cracked the code on the whole golfer experience with clubs, coaching, and community. tbx.golf. Get yourself to a T-Box. Jan, you're going to a T-Box here. You were telling me in the break.
I love it. It's where the cool kids hang out.
Yeah, that's true.
It is the cool kids
That is
club.
so true. I go to different T-Boxes. Well, that's a lift for me. But
okay.
I go to the different T-Box, and I see people who are cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you run into folks in the T-Boxes who are cool folks.
Right, and then the T-Box athletes occasionally.
The box athletes, they call them.
Yep,
yeah.
box athletes.
We just spoke to David Lichty, who is a box athlete. Yeah. So, yeah, fun place.
Yeah.
I like me some T-Box.
You do like you some T-Box.
I really do. This second hour of the show is presented by College Coaches Connection. I like me some College Coaches Connection as well. College Coaches Connection at collegecoachesconnection.com. Oddly, you see what they did there?
Yes.
.com. Collegecoachesconnection.com.
They're smart.
Will help the kids in your life find the right place for them to continue their athletic careers into college in all sports. We pay most attention to golf. They certainly do golf, but College Coaches Connection to help the kids in your life find the right place in the right situation to move into their college athletic career. It's a good program. I know these folks. Got to check them out, collegecoachesconnection.com. This past week, Jan, the UGA conducted the third Utah Junior State Am Championship, and there were a bunch of players there, boys and girls, who are on their way to college programs, ain't no doubt.
Yep.
This was really really a cool thing. I want to talk about the format first because I think it matters. The UGA really mimics and models what the USGA does in the USAM. We see that in the State Am. We've seen that in the State Am for 40 years that they've been doing it this way, whatever it is. And that is a stroke play qualifier followed by match play with, and this last point really matters, a 36-hole final. Okay? And there's just plain no doubt that a 36-hole match is a separator.
Yes,
it is. Really identify the stronger player. And there's some wonderful historical context here. Bobby Jones had a decades-long and ongoing beef and conflict with the USGA. It was Jones's contention that every single match in the USAM should be 36 holes, and that was the only way to truly identify the better players. Now, it is fun to note that this happened shortly after a teenager named Lawson Little from Tulsa, Oklahoma, beat Bobby Jones in the opening round of the USAM, the first time it was staged at Pebble Beach. And so Jones was
because it wasn't 36 holes.
And he was saying, hey, if it was 36 holes, I would have beat this 18-year-old kid. Be that as it may.
It's a legit claim.
Probably true, right? Yeah. However, Lawson Little went on to win a USAM later in his career. He was a legit player, but still, the history on this is both instructive and amusing. Back to the point. The UGA has a 36-hole final in this Junior State Am for both boys and girls, and it is the right thing to do. This not quite to the level of the State Am, but certainly down that path, this tournament becomes an endurance test and a survival
and it also prepares them for the tournaments they're going to face in the future.
No question.
Start them off young.
Yeah.
Teach them how it's going to be.
So let's talk about the girls first.
Yes.
The girls were the girls championship was won by Kate Walker. You're thinking, hey, I've heard that name. Yes, you have. Kate, of course, was a finalist in last year's State Am against Arden Lockheim, where Arden won her, what I think will be first of other State Ams. And Kate really showed herself to belong in that moment. She was a high school kid back there. She is just getting ready to go on to Brigham Young University, another BYU player. Yep. She'll be at BYU in the fall. And the girls' bracket is 16 deep, and so they don't have to play as many rounds during the match play portion of the week. But again, this 36-hole final that I think really matters. And she beat a really impressive young up-and-coming player. And I do say young. This is a girl from Farmington High named Aspen Taylor, who is a rising junior, just completed her sophomore year. And so I think that really matters, because I think, at this stage of life, a couple of years, we're talking 10% of their lives, right? Yep. And or 15% of their lives. The difference between being a junior in high school and on your way to college is a difference that makes a difference. And yet Aspen showed that she can hang.
Oh my goodness, yes. I mean, they went 7-6.
Yeah, well, Kate, gave her a bit of a spanking. Yeah. It was a 7-6 win.
Oh, 7-6 win, sorry.
7 and 6. Yes. And so that means 7 holes up with 6 to play. So that is a bit of a margin, but Kate Walker did something in this. There were 2 things in this final that were remarkable. Number one, there were 15 holes in a row won by one player or another. 15 holes in a row without a tie. Starting at the end of the morning 18 and then into the afternoon 18.
Oh, wow. That was grueling.
Well, just 15 holes in a row where there was a win, Jan. That's what I want you to focus on.
Exactly.
That they did not tie on a hole. Back and forth, back and forth. Now, within that 15-hole stretch, there was 7 holes in a row Kate Walker won.
Oh.
Remarkable.
Yeah.
Over that 7-hole stretch, she was 6 under par. 4 birdies and an eagle. And so we saw great golf. We saw resilient bounce-back golf. We saw a slugfest standing in the middle of the ring.
At Bonneville.
Of course. And it was this was really an interesting match. At the end of it, after the trophy was presented, the media scrum took place with Kate Walker. Let's listen to that now. Here is the girls' junior State Am champ, Kate Walker.
Do you realize that one of the 2 of you won 15 holes in a row?
Really? I did not.
Yeah, it was up and down and back and forth through that period.
Okay.
I mean, did it feel like...
I don't know. The thing with me with match play, I'm not thinking about, where I'm at. I'm just playing golf. So
okay, that actually was interesting. When you closed her out, did you know it? It looked like neither of you really were fully aware.
I kind of had an idea just because I'm tired, But I had an idea, but I didn't think it was that putt. So yeah.
Winning 7 holes in a row. Then did you realize you were doing that?
Yes, I did. I was I started off really hot. I was on the second 18, but yeah.
Exactly. What did you have for lunch? I want some.
I did have some Jimmy John's and a Coke Zero. I mean, that's always helpful. So
that'll be my lunch from now on. Yeah. Seriously, what changed in your game to start that buzzsaw like that?
I feel like I started out pretty good in the morning. I was just kind of back and forth, and I was uncomfortable, I guess, the whole first 18 until the last couple of holes, and I just didn't like it. So, but yeah, I was just trying to focus in and just believe in myself. That's been my thing lately. It's just I know I can play some good golf. So
when it did go back and forth and it was actually tied through 15 holes, were you a little frustrated? You missed a little putt over here.
Yeah, I had a lot of those. I missed some small putts, and that doesn't make you feel great going into the next hole. But it was just rocky. It wasn't my best stuff, but yeah.
But then it was.
Yeah, and then it turned around on the first 5 holes. So yeah.
When you were handed the trophy, you said, "What do I do with this? I'm not familiar with this." That surprises me. You've won before.
I've won smaller things.
Okay, this one's big.
Yeah, and this was coming into this week. This was the goal was to win. It's my last time playing in this year, so because I can't.
Yeah, totally. You're on your way to Brigham Young University, but you also have another ticket, a leather embossed ticket to the U.S. Junior. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, I'm super excited. I had no idea about it. So
not till today?
No, not till he told me.
Okay, you're going to the USGA National Championship.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. So, yeah.
Hope you can make it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, check your schedule. Check with Coach Roberts.
Yep, I'm excited. So.
Can you just tell us how this ranks with your great accomplishments? You've had so many in your life already.
Yeah, it's definitely up there. Like, I feel like my greatest was taking second at the Women's Stadium. Mm-hmm. I just felt really, like, I was really proud of myself for that, and I feel like this is up there with that or above it for sure. So
can you tell us the story of ending up at BYU?
Yeah, I've had some like family stuff going on in St. George, and I chose to just to leave. And it wasn't I really didn't have a plan. It was just to see what there was, and BYU had an open spot.
Did you call Carrie?
No, it was like I had no idea.
Portal?
Yeah, no, I didn't even enter the portal. Yeah, I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. So, but yeah, it was just lucky that there was a spot for me. It's like where I've always wanted to go. So.
And maybe they need a player of your caliber.
Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll see what happens. I'm excited to play and hopefully contribute. So.
I have no doubt. It was fun to watch you this week, and congratulations. That was really nicely done.
Thank you.
So, Kate Walker, the winner. Couple of interesting things there, Jan. What jumped out at you?
That she had, I guess that this last part of it where she had no idea how she got to BYU.
Okay, that was funny. And she focuses on what's right in front of her.
Exactly.
She has that characteristic.
She's like, I didn't talk to, she didn't call Coach Roberts. I mean, I'm sure Roberts called her, but just the way that it kind of all came together, she's just like, I don't know, it just kind of happened. I guess when you're that good, things just kind of happen.
Yeah. Okay. There's that. That is true. That is true. Yeah. Brooke just sent me a text saying that. Good to hear what she had for lunch. So that jumps out.
Yep.
But I was really impressed. She just was very focused on the golf that was in front of her.
Yeah.
And actually, there's a sidebar on this that was pretty interesting. Dan Horner was out there watching, and Dan and I were together at that particular moment when Kate closed it out on the 12th green, 7-6 margin, and neither player knew. Neither player was fully aware what had just happened.
Oh, okay. I love number 12.
Okay, well, okay, but let's stay with this task just for a quick minute.
No.
So both players
didn't know.
Were really focused on the hole, the game, the shot, and they weren't doing the calculations on what it all meant until David Jennings, David Jensen. I'm blanking on his last name.
Okay.
Anyway, he stepped in. He was the official, and he said, "Okay, this is over."
Yeah.
Both players were very focused on the game. I was impressed with that. Actually, that ability to really focus on what's happening in the time. It was great. All right, let's talk about the boys.
Yes.
Will Peterson beat Dylan Winona in the final. We know both these players. They both made a lot of noise. It was not a surprise that they were there. Peterson led throughout, but never got a really big margin. Mm-hmm. Winona kept fighting back in this final match. In the end, it was Will Peterson who was left standing. Of course, same thing. Media scrum at the end of it. Let's hear from Will Peterson. Will, that's a big trophy.
I know. This thing is awesome. It's huge. I love it.
How you feeling, man?
Oh, I'm feeling amazing. I'm happy the game came together this week and played well. And, yeah, I mean, it feels amazing to win it.
Game come together, it did. Was there one particular part? You mentioned your putting yesterday, but from what I saw, you had it going from tee to green, from the start till the end.
I mean, yes. I would say the driver was awesome this week. Hit it amazing, and then had some drives that was some of the farthest I've ever hit, and then the putter just kept going all week. And when those two things are good, I played very well.
That's a good formula. What do you attribute getting extra distance from in an event that is designed to suck life out of you?
I would say I like this course. I've played it a lot growing up, and having distance and aiming in the right spots on some holes can benefit me a lot and helps me a lot. And I would say hitting it straight and far is very helpful.
You know how anything can happen in match play. I mean, you won 6 matches in the UJGA last year, got eliminated in this one last year, got eliminated in that one this year, but now you win 5 matches this week. So what's your approach to match play, or what's your attitude about it?
I'd say match play I love match play. I think it's very, very awesome. I think it can go either way, and I would say both when I won the UJGA last year and then this one just barely, I would say like the putter is what wins matches. I would say making putts is what can get the job done, and there's a lot of good players. So I mean, like, you can win or lose a match just like that, but you just gotta be able to make the putts.
That's one of the best parts of your game. Do you say it's putting? Did you say that already? I'm sorry.
I would say when my putting's good, it's one of the best parts of my game for 100%. Ever since working on my putting last winter, I would say when it's good, it's really good. And putting helps me a lot. And I'd say long irons and putting are definitely my best parts of my game.
It's harder to work on your putting than the full swing during the winter. How did you do that?
I worked on it a lot past 2 winters, and I have a putting green in my house and had the right coaching, and I was able to just get my putting dialed, and so I come on the course and it works.
Who's your putting coach?
His name's Brendan. He's from California. Yeah, it's awesome.
Anything you would point to today as the key moment of the match?
I would say just kind of kept consistent and just slowly kept winning holes. And Dylan, he played well. He birdied the first 3 coming back from the second 18, and I'd say I made a big putt on 10, birdied that to go up 4, I believe, and then he birdied 11, and then I just kind of kept going, and then making that putt on the last was huge.
What's next for you? What's kind of the rest of your summer look like?
I have the U.S. Junior Am qualifier next Monday, I believe, at Glenmore. And then after that, I think I was going to have the State Am qualifier 2 days after that, but won't be needing that anymore. And then the State Am, I believe, is after that. And then I have 1 or 2 AJGA tournaments. And then the Utah Open now.
Just curious, on those back-to-back holes, you chipped in over there, took the flag out, and then this one was about the similar length, and you left it in, and then you didn't hit your best chip there.
Yeah.
Just what's the difference in something like that?
I would say the one I chipped in on, I love that type of chip. I had a really good feeling about it, just a little uphill, breaking a little right, good lie, and I felt really good about that one. And then this chip on this hole almost went in. Yeah. I didn't even know. I was just kind of getting it up on the green, and yeah, I mean, two totally different chips, but that one felt very confident and awesome when I chipped in.
So no comment on the one on 14, I guess, right?
Oh yeah, that one is tough. That was a hard shot. The grain was like straight into me, and the landing on the green, it was like really fast. I had to barely get it on, but then had the rough short, and I tried to hit like a high soft one, and the grass caught it. Oh. It was a very tough chip, but yeah.
Okay, well, congratulations. Really well played.
Thank you so much.
Will Peterson, the Utah Junior State Am champ. Both Kate Walker, Will Peterson, Jan, I think, worthy champions. The nature of this format makes it so probable that what you're going to get at the end is somebody who really deserves it, really is a solid player. In both cases, that's exactly right.
I like that he said that he doesn't have to qualify for the State Am anymore.
Yeah,
you did get.
He was visibly relieved.
Yeah,
on that particular point.
It's funny because I've had a couple friends try to qualify for the State Am, and it's not like it used to be, where you could qualify for the State Am at par.
Well, you can qualify a couple over in most of the.
But it's but it's just a tough competition.
It is. But a few years ago, 78 would frequently get you in. Those days are gone.
Yeah, those days are gone. That's what I mean. It's just not like that anymore.
Okay, let's talk about somebody who needs some relief. I need relief, brought to us by our good friends at Duro Health. Check them out at durohealth.com. This innovative back therapy program will help you swing faster, hit farther, play better, and feel better. Durohealth.com. You've got to try them out. Jan, a whole bunch of big-name players needed some relief this week. Let's talk about some of the names that grab your attention who did not make the cut at Shinnecock Hills.
First would be J.J. Spawn.
Okay, defending champ.
Yeah, defending champ. That's tough. Yeah.
He did not make the cut. He didn't even come real close.
Look at the who's who. Adam Scott. What's his name?
We've got the list right here.
Yeah.
But there are several. Bryson DeChambeau.
Yeah, Bryson DeChambeau.
Two-time winner.
Exactly.
Did not make the cut. Victor Hovland gets
Ricky
the
Fowler.
weekend off. Ricky Fowler.
I'm not mad about Patrick Reed.
Okay,
so.
I know this, and I understand the people who don't like him much. I happen to like him. I like watching him play. I was following him yesterday. He 3-putted from 4 feet.
Hey, I've done it.
Okay, but he's Patrick Reed.
He's
for crying out
I don't
loud.
care.
He's a major champ.
Yeah, but John Rahm also didn't.
Rahm did not even come close.
No.
This list goes on and on.
Yeah.
Patrick Cantlay, weekend off.
Yep.
And so you go down the list and you see it happen more and more.
I have a random question. Who do you think Matthew Fitzpatrick is more afraid of, the field or his brother?
Oh, I don't think he's afraid of anybody. I think
you know what I mean. I just think it's really fun to watch how well Alex has done.
Yeah, I think
he's really come into his own.
He totally has,
and it's just really nice to watch.
There's no question Matt helped him get a card. There's also no question he would have got it anyway. I think what Matt did with and for his brother at Zurich changed the timing of it. I don't think it changed the outcome.
I agree, 100%.
But so now Alex has a card, and he is proving that
he earned it. He deserved it.
He deserves it.
Yep.
He was already on an arc to win a card through the DP World Tour. Yep. I think Alex is a totally legit player, and he's showing it this week. He's in the top 20 going into the weekend.
He's been showing it since he got his card.
Absolutely.
So it's been good.
Fun. Okay, let's talk about somebody on a Sizz, baby. On a Sizz, brought to us by Copper Rock. Check them out at copperrock.com. This championship course is just plain fun. You know you're going to want to play it. Go to copperrock.com, make a tee time, go play Copper Rock. I love this place.
Oh, so wonderful.
It is such a good golf course.
You know what? And it doesn't matter your skill level. You're
gonna have fun.
You're just gonna have fun.
Yeah, it's a fun course for all skill levels. It'll test.
If nothing else, for the ooh and the ah.
There's that. It'll test the strong players.
Yes.
It'll have fun. There's fun there for everybody.
Yep, exactly.
Copperrock.com. Yesterday, Cash Holmes in the State Am qualifier at Ochre Hills set the competitive course record for Ochre Hills, shooting a 64 to win medalist in the qualifier by 5 shots. Wow. And so Cash Holmes not only qualifies for the State Am, he medals in the queue there at Ochre Hills and sets a new competitive course record. Cash Holmes is on a Sizz. All right, we got to take a break. When we come back on the other side, we're going to talk with Jamie Stokes, the tournament director of the Utah Championship at the Ogden Golf and Country Club. You are listening to Utah Golf Radio, powered by T-Box on the Rocky Mountain Golf Network. Oh, love this song. James, you've never lost your song picking game, dude. You got it still. All right. Utah Golf Radio, getting you inside the ropes on all things golf in Utah in partnership with Utah's leading golf organizations, the Utah Golf Association, the Utah Section PGA, Fairways Media, the Utah Golf Foundation, the Utah Golf Course Superintendents Association, the Utah Junior Golf Association, and First Tee Utah. We are powered, as always, by T-Box at tbx.golf, where they have cracked the code on the whole golfer experience with clubs, coaching, and community. Get yourself to a T-Box. You're going to have a good time there. And this second hour of the show is presented by College Coaches Connection at collegecoachesconnection.com, where they will help the kids in your life find the right situation for them to move on in their athletic careers into college. collegecoachesconnection.com. We are joined now by one of the good guys, Jan. This is Jamie Stokes, who is the tournament director of the Utah Championship at the Ogden Golf and Country Club. Time to be getting ready for the Korn Ferry coming to town. Jamie Stokes, good morning. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning, Paul. Good morning, Jan. Thank you for having me this morning.
Absolutely. Jamie, this calendar flips over quick, dude. It is time to be planning for the Utah Championship again, and you are in full metal jacket prep mode. Tell us what we need to know.
Yeah, it does, Paul. It comes so quickly every year, and of course we're excited about it again. And we never stop working on it. To be quite honest with you, Paul.
Okay,
we're always
fair.
Kind of focused in some capacity, but you're right, buddy. It's in go mode right now, and it's going to happen within the next 40 days, no matter what, right?
Whether you're ready or not.
Whether we're ready or not.
That's right. It's
the
coming.
Korn Ferry players are showing up. They're going to peg it, and they're going to say, okay, is somebody counting this? Because we're playing.
Yep.
That's right. Somebody's going to show up and win a nice check and hopefully change their lives, and at the same time provide some quality entertainment for the folks in the state of Utah with some excellent world-class golf.
You just said something that I really like that I want to spend a little moment on. The Korn Ferry Tour in general is designed to change people's lives, and it does it. We've seen that happen with former winners of the Utah Championship. We see it happen all throughout the season on the Korn Ferry Tour. That's a really cool thing, man. I love that you landed on that. Talk to us a little bit about how the Korn Ferry changes people's lives.
Yeah, obviously it provides a great platform and an amazing opportunity for some young folks who have not quite, learned how to win or not quite got to that next level yet to take their game to that level and to that opportunity. I mean, we've had so many great players pass through this tour over the years. Most notably, obviously, is world number one, Scottie Scheffler. What an amazing talent he is. And I look at him and all the great success he's had and so many others. And then some of these younger guys that are coming up through the ranks, an amazing player like young Blades Brown, and Doc Redman and some of these guys. I mean, there's just so many good, talented young players who are able to use this platform as an opportunity to educate themselves and teach themselves how to become that level of player at that next level, and hopefully themselves be that Scottie Scheffler caliber guy one day.
Absolutely, and it's hard not to notice that right here in Utah at the Utah Championship, you look over the list of past winners, and there are two major champions, John Daly and Zach Johnson. Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, those two jump out at you quick.
They do.
Really
they leap off the page. That would be true.
Yeah.
Talk to us about things we need to know for this year's Utah Championship. Obviously, the dates, the volunteer opportunities, tickets, all the stuffs.
Yeah, thank you again. Yeah, absolutely. Our tournament week this year for the competition days is July the 30th through August the 2nd. We're super excited about that. Tickets go on sale this next week on June 23rd. Those can be purchased at our website at utahchampionship.com. All of our grounds passes are available that day. Some hospitality passes to our fan deck and to some VIP areas are available on that website as well. Obviously, we're always looking for volunteers, and they can go to the same website, the utahchampionship.com, and register to volunteer as well. Last year, we were so grateful to be in Ogden, and we had record numbers of volunteers last year who came out and volunteered for our event. We're looking to replicate that and hopefully do better than that even this year. Honestly, we were so welcomed by the community there in Ogden this past year. It was really a delight and a real pleasure to move to that community and seeing how well they accepted the event and how involved people became from the volunteer standpoint, from the spectator standpoint. All in all, it was terrific. All those things are available out there. Tickets, like I said, go on sale on the 23rd. There's still volunteer opportunities as well. Please check that out. This is the 35th anniversary of this event, Paul.
Oh, my.
We've been playing. The tour has been around for 37 years. This is one of the original events from 1990. I believe for some reason they took off a couple of years in around 97, 98, long before my time affiliated with the event. But this is our 35th anniversary of hosting this event in the state of Utah, and we're really proud of that and excited to be able to continue to bring this event to the fans and to the communities. Like Ogden.
I suppose if I got out a calculator, I could have figured that out, but that kind of surprises me. It's really 35 years, Jan. That amazing. The ability to keep this thing going. Very impressive stuff. Let's talk a little bit more, please, Jamie, about a really interesting and important point you just made about how this event was last year, the first time it's in Ogden. It was really embraced by and supported by the community of Ogden. Now, very clearly, the membership and the leadership of the Ogden Golf and Country Club were all in, and that showed up from day one. But it was more than that. The whole community really jumped on board. I was impressed with that. It's telling to me that you immediately went to that. Talk to us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, you're right, Paul. And it was from top to bottom. Like you said, the club and the membership and all those guys definitely got involved in a big way and embraced the event. But then just the city of South Ogden and the city of Ogden, and of course they ran all the way down from the involvement of their police department, their fire departments, their local city government, and how involved they were and how open they were to embracing the event and allowing us to do some abnormal things they're probably not used to, but being open to those ideas and those concepts, and even just the people. Like I said, we had record numbers of volunteers. Spectators were unbelievable. I mean, I remember walking out last year, Paul, on Thursday morning. Thursday morning is usually kind of a quiet, slow start to the week, And I walked out on Thursday. I had some stuff going on that morning. I was able to finally kind of get involved about 7:45 that morning and walk out there. And I was looking around and I thought, what are all these people doing here at 7:45? I was just so impressed with the crowd. Many people came out to participate in the event. We're really, really blessed and appreciate all the support of the community. It's been amazing.
Can we geek out for a minute on the Ogden Golf and Country Club that I just adore? I love that golf course. I love that club. The club is a bunch of golfers. It's a bunch of golf geeks. It is a golf club in every measure, but it is an old school design. And when you made the move up there was some chirping that I heard in the background saying those Korn Ferry Tour players will chew it up, spit it out, overwhelm it, and it didn't happen. The course stood up, and it's demanding characteristics on the short game, and it's very, very challenging. Green complexes stood up, and I liked that.
No, I agree, and it was amazing. It's funny, Paul. We heard the same things, and I actually had a guy one day who was talking to me up there that week. I'll never forget it. Advance week. He was like, "Oh man, 30 under is going to win this," and I was like, "You're out of your mind," And of course, these guys are great players. We get that. They go low every week. They really do. They're fantastic. But that golf course stood up so well to the challenge last year. Greg Gilmore does such an amazing job. He's a wonderful superintendent. Bob Wallace and his team do such an incredible job. Lon Hansen, the general manager, all down the line. But honestly, the course, like you said, it had a lot of, I think, characteristics that some of the players were not expecting. The greens, like you said, the complexities of them, they're not very big. They're very challenging. Even in the fairways, I feel like sometimes, you be in the fairway and, you look at it, you're thinking you got a nice, easy lie, but, there's so much complexities to that sometimes, just with the undulations in the fairways. Oddly enough, they're little, but they're subtle, but they're there. And of course, this golf course, the club was great enough to allow the Korn Ferry Tour rules officials to grow the rough to a height that would provide more of a challenge to these players. And in addition to that, they allowed them to push it to its limits to firm it up. And that course last year, with that rough the way it was and how firm it was as good of a challenge as I've seen anywhere on this tour in a long time.
Okay, there was a time last year I was standing on the side of the fairway on they reversed the nines. So I know it as number 4. It would be number 13. Short, gettable par 4, but with a really difficult second shot and a really demanding green complex, just like we're talking about. Anyway, a threesome comes through that notably included Johnny Kiefer, who was the Korn Ferry Player of the Year, the leading points getter last year. These guys came through. Each of them hit really terrific tee shots. They're on short grass. They're in good position. Nobody hit the green.
I believe
it. and they walked off there as a group playing the hole 1 over. There were 2 bogeys and a par. That golf course stood up, and I love that. I was not surprised in the slightest, but I totally dug it. And I think we're going to see more of the same this coming year.
Yeah, I think so. And I think it challenges some of these guys. They get so, in that mode of target golf a lot of times, they hit a lot of fairways. We all know that, right? Of course, they're so good, they're able to throw it at the flag a lot of times. But like I said, the way this course is able to firm itself up and challenge these guys, I mean, it forced them to play golf shots that they're not normally comfortable playing. And I thought that was excellent. That's fun. Let's have some fun. And we want to see them make birdies too, right?
Oh, sure.
But at the same time, the group at Ogden Country Club and everyone affiliated with that should be extremely proud of that golf course and how well it stood up to the challenge. And I believe it will continue to do so.
Yes, it will. Let's go back to where people can go to get tickets and sign up as volunteers. Make sure they know it.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, thanks again, guys, for your time today. Again, check us out at our tournament website. It's utahchampionship.com. You can get tickets there beginning next week. You can always register to volunteer. We'd love to have you out there. Love to have you participate as a spectator, volunteer, whatever. Just come out, check out the event. We're so proud of it and so proud to be in Ogden. Looking forward to having everyone out there.
utahchampionship.com. Jamie Stokes, thank you for joining us, friend. We sure appreciate it, and we appreciate the great work you do putting on this significant and meaningful golf event, this golf tournament up at Ogden. Thank you so much for everything you do, man.
Appreciate you, friends. I hope to see you all soon. Thank you.
We will.
Thank you,
all right.
Jan.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That is Jamie Stokes. And, Jan, I am so looking forward to this.
I know. It's going to be wonderful.
It's going to be great. And First Tee will have a presence up there. We so appreciate the support that the Korn Ferry Tour and the Utah Championship gives to the community. We are able to be a part of that. We are very grateful for that. So, utahchampionship.com. All right. Jan, what's next?
You know what's next, Paul.
I do. What's next segment brought to us by our good friends at the Utah Golf Association. Stick around on the other side. We're going to tell you what's coming up next in Utah Golf. You are listening to Utah Golf Radio, powered by T-Box on the Rocky Mountain Golf Network. Yeah. Utah Golf Radio putting a bow on the show. Going to tell you what's coming up next here in Utah Golf. Jan, we were just talking, of course, to Jamie Stokes, tournament director for the Utah Championship. Tickets go on sale this coming week, the 23rd of June. You can get those tickets at utahchampionship.com. You can sign up to volunteer right now. The same thing, utahchampionship.com.
That's probably pretty fun.
Yeah, it is. I've been involved in this Korn Ferry event for years. It is really a good time. You can get so close to these players who are the next set of world beaters. There are so many players on the PGA Tour who have worked their way through the Korn Ferry. Jamie was just talking about Scotty Scheffler, the top of the list, of course, going back a few years. But John Daly and Zach Johnson both have won here at this Utah Championship. Of course, went on to both become multiple major winners. You will see great golf, and you'll be able to see it up close. Another thing is I highly recommend, as a matter of fact, I implore you, take the kids. Let the kids visually imprint what these great players are doing. Let them see how the players move, not only in their golf swings, but between shots. Take the kids. Let them get up close. Let them see these great players. It'll make a difference in the development of the kids' game. Plus, they'll have fun.
Yes.
And you want them to associate fun with you and golf. Yep. So, Utah Championship coming up next. The dates, of course, I want to get them right.
August 30th.
July
30th through August 2nd.
Through August 2nd. July 30th through August 2nd for the Utah Championship. Of course, we know the Bank of Utah Championship tickets are on sale now as well. Go to BOUchampionship.com, if I got that right.
BOUchampionship.com.
Where you can get tickets. You can sign up to volunteer at the Bank of Utah Championship. This, of course, is the PGA Tour event at Black Desert later this fall. Sign up opportunities for both tickets and volunteer available for that as well. The Utah Golf Expo is coming back. We had the Expo people on the show last week. That was fun. It will be Saturday, July 18th, and you will want to be there. We will be there with Utah Golf Radio. We'll be doing the show live from the Mountain America Credit Union Expo Center for the Utah Golf Expo on Saturday, July 18th. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to want to be going to that. Next week is the Provo Open.
Yep.
This fun Timpanogos. Of course, last year, Cole Ponich won this event in his first event as a professional golfer. He is now out on the America's Tour. I really don't know his schedule for this.
Yeah.
I hope he comes back. I haven't seen him in a while.
I think it would be awesome. Yeah, it'd be great, but we don't know what his schedule is.
Yeah, so he might have an obligation. He's kind of busy, but
he's on tour.
But anyway, Provo Open next week. And, the Provo Open is, first of all, one of the really significant and impactful tournaments on the Utah golf schedule. Its list of winners is really a great list of winners, great players. And so that's
Didn't Cole go on to win the State Am after, didn't he?
Well,
or was that the year after?
Okay, so Cole made his professional debut.
That's right.
At the Provo Open. He had already won the State Am as an amateur. But this was his debut as a pro, and so he won his first pro.
Who does that?
Cole Ponich.
Yeah.
Jan, tell us what is coming up for Girls Go Golfing.
Well, we are just growing by leaps and bounds, and so we are just planning our big golf tournament for the end of summer. So if you'd like to know more about that, then, like I say, go to Facebook and you can find Girls Go Golfing. Please join us. We have an events calendar. We have something on the events calendar every single month, and sometimes even more than once a month. But we like to get together and we play a lot of golf, and we'd love for you to join us. We take all skill levels, and we met so many girls this past week, and the number one thing we always tell them when we ask them if they've ever played with girls before, and they say no, and we tell them it's not the same thing. It is an entirely different golf game. when you play with women. When women play with women, it's just different. It's encouraging. It's supportive.
Give me the disco version of what's different about it.
It's so much more encouraging. There's less intimidation. There's no, we're all on the same level. We're not on tour. We're not pro. We're there to have a good time. We're there to have fun and make friends.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm in. I'm down. That's great.
You're already in.
That would be true. Facebook, search on Girls Go Golfing.
Yes.
All right. I want to thank everybody who is joining us on the show. Thank all of you for listening today. We so appreciate you being a part of the Utah Golf Radio community and family. With gratitude for all of you, have a happy Father's Day. Take your kids golfing. This is Paul Pugmire saying, don't jab it like Jan.
Jan Brownstein reminding you to chug it, don't pug it.
Good advice. Please replace your divots. Fix your ball marks. And for Andy Curtis, don't spit sunflower seeds on the green.
Stop it.
You are listening to Utah Golf Radio, powered by T-Box on the Rocky Mountain Golf Network.